Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks for 2nd of December 2022. Interesting episode. Gold is trying to basically take Bobby down. She's fake making up with Mercedes, faking her way, acting like there's no issues, and seeking legal advice from Verity. I did have my suspicions who she was talking to, but never would have I thought it was Verity. She's actually speaking to a legal team here or legal person and seeking professional advice. I thought she was just talking to, when Goldie was on the phone, she's basically talking to someone that Hollyoaks didn't exactly show who was she talking to. I thought it was going to be like a family member or a friend or someone that we haven't even seen that she's going to planning to take Bobby down. I mean, he's a kid. I know he's quite dangerous, but what I think goes against the moral code of the McQueens, or the family code, is that the fact that she's showing, to everyone and Nana McQueen that she's made up with Mercedes, but yet kind of like plotting behind Mercedes and all the McQueens back. I know Bobby's not exactly Mr. Innocent, but it's just that if you still got a problem, then don't make up with Mercedes, because I do think that's quite selfish. Like, you're getting your family fun time or whatever with McQueens because you're missing there, and that's why you move back there, and that's why you patch things up with Mercedes, because obviously that was the only thing that was holding you back. But whilst you're doing all that, you're still trying to take Bobby down, and obviously they found she's going through the box of Bobby's things, found a book of Silas's book, like people he's murdered, like women he's murdered, basically. A long list. I was pretty disturbed as a viewer. And then obviously what's more sickening is the fact that Bobby's got 2 people on the list. Silver, and I forgot someone else, one of the key characters, I think. And I think Nana McQueen got hold of it, basically, because they were arguing, the McQueens, and she just give the book here, let's burn it. And they had like a little bonfire in the garden or somewhere, and I think Goldie was a bit crafty here, because somehow she's managed to take the book out of the bag, and Mercedes and Nana McQueen thought that they were burning it. Although I respect Goldie's tenacity, I just don't like the fact that even if you're not a McQueen, that the fact that you're pretending to be mates with someone, or you're made up with someone, and you've forgiven them as well, but yet you're still kind of like, I know he's responsible, or mostly responsible for Silver's death. But then don't make up with the McQueens, and don't make up with Mercedes. Like, don't befriend her again. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a way of going about things. That's just my view. I don't know how you guys feel about that as well. And yeah, so she saved the book. She brought it around to Verity, and Verity just texted her and said, "Yeah, it looks like you got a case here, because she's got a USB stick of Silver's video, his last moments before he's dying, basically admitting that Bobby's gone to look for him." I do think that's strong evidence, and I'm not even a professional. I do think that's very strong, and Gold is going to have a case here, and unfortunately Mercedes gonna see she's gonna lose either way, and it's just gonna tear the McQueens up, I think. And I think a lot of people in the McQueen family, especially John Paul, they're all gonna turn their backs on Goldie. In my opinion, either way, Goldie's she's gonna lose the McQueen as a family. That's what I think, because it's one thing, like, you're showing your feelings towards someone, so like in this case Mercedes, and you're going through with your plan to take Bobby down. That's one thing, but then to kind of kiss and make up and pretend you've forgiven them, and yet you're going behind their back and trying to take Bobby down, and who's Mercedes' son, basically. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go well. That's going to go down well, to be honest. Moving on, want to touch on the subject of Tony and his son, Beau. Beau luckily came to the opening for Tony, and I don't know, to me he seems quite trustworthy in terms of, he's not Edward. Edward was like a super villain. This, intelligent, smooth talking doctor who's managed to sweep off his daughter-in-law and get her, to get married to him, and it's all a bit sickening. But Beau is just like, he's in his 20s. He's hardly gonna do anything. He doesn't look like he's got bad skeletons in the closet. But then you never know. People will surprise you. But so far, what we've seen him, because he's been on there for a few months, and what we've seen his interaction with the others, like Liberty, and how he talks to women, how he talks to others, seems normal. He just seems like a blasé guy, like I've always said. Anyway, Diane's obviously seems kind of happy that he's back in the end, but also he'd had a phone call saying that to take the video down because otherwise it's going to ruin him or something. Diane overheard that while she was pretending to go to the toilets. Yeah, I don't know. I think obviously Diane is she's gonna look out for her family and stuff. But I do think that she can be a bit intrusive at times. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If you think that analysis is a bit too strong. But I hope they all get along. The Cunninghams, Tony especially, they all deserve a bit of happiness, especially what they've been through over the years. Again, finally, the whole situation with Juliet. Perry's heartbroken, Juliet's heartbroken. Juliet's pushing her away because obviously she doesn't want anyone to feel sorry for her. I think she just can't stand anyone pitying her, even with Steve and James looking at her with pity, because obviously they know she just couldn't stand that. So imagine obviously how Perry's going to react if she does find out. I do feel sorry for Juliet. It just looks like she's all on her own. I wish she would tell her mum though. Because I think she will have that extra support. That James and Steve knows. She's got that support there. She's moved out. Unfortunately, it's tough times for everyone, including Nadira as well. I don't want to miss anyone out. And the fact that it's not really anyone's fault, to be honest, because it's just one of those things. Life throws a heavy challenge at Juliet, and no one's she hasn't experienced this before. She's not going to know what to do, so it's tough. It's tough on everyone. And Perry's had her hopes up that she's going to get back with Juliet. I think we'll see what happens. I kind of want to leave it at that because have said quite a lot, but I think there's a lot of heartache for the Nightingales, Perry, Steve. Even I think Steve's gonna have a few issues as well, because obviously when someone's going through such an illness, then it affects others, like especially James. And then obviously I think Steve and James, they have like a kind of like a friendship, although they're not back together, or they might secretly be back together. But it's just one of those things where James is not going to be in his top self, because he's going to focus all his energy on Juliet, and so he should, because that's his little sister. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the episode review. Great stories, great acting by all the Hollyoaks members. Gonna leave it at that. I hope you have guys a nice day, guys. Peace.